Hi viewers, good afternoon. Welcome at Thames FC, and today Thames battle for the first time, really, properly anyway, for a playoff spot in this division. It's about time, isn't it, that this occurred? Since we last met, matches have happened. Let's run through those before we start on today. 3 games though, could be a bumper episode. So as we look through since our last meetings, you can see we lost in the final of the cup. We all remember it. It was a great time. We then beat Worthing though, 3-1 winners, very good win in that one. Defeat to Enfield Town in the away game, win at home to Lewes, defeat 4-2 to Oxford City, who have won the league by about 35 points it feels like, and then a 2-0 win again at home to Braintree. So you'll notice there is a theme developing here. Home game win, away game lose, home game win, away game lose, home game win, away game. Forget what's coming up, don't worry about that, we'll focus on that now. So yeah, 3 wins, 2 defeats, and it's not exactly made it comfortable. If you got a little glance at the league table as we began, you'll see them. We are in 5th position, 72 points. There's a 2-point gap between us and Lowestoft, and Leiston are right behind as well, as are Tonbridge, as are Hastings. And you'll note then that we're to play Tonbridge right now. That is the first game of this trifecta. The final 2 games of the season, fascinatingly, coming against Hendon and Harrow. And we might remember an episode earlier in the season where we played Hendon and Harrow and were beaten on both occasions. It wasn't good, so time for this is revenge. This is a revenge mission all round. I'm excited. We played Tonbridge this season. They beat us as well, so we've not beaten any of the teams we faced today. So it should be a corker. As mentioned, Oxford City, they're so many points ahead. It's ridiculous. Like 24 maybe, looking very good. They're already up, and considering their team, hardly surprising. It's good. It's good. I know the defeat was to Enfield Town. Now, the interesting factor here is that Oxford City, who have raced away with the league season, play Whitehawk and Needham Market in these final 3 games. Now, the reason that's good news for us is that Whitehawk and Needham Market, both within that conversation. Enfield Town, I've not actually checked to see who they played. Did they play anyone in there? No, so it doesn't really matter. Do Whitehawk play... Oh, that'd be good if they played Needham Market. No, they played Tonbridge, though, which is a tough game for both, so that's good news. And actually, you can see the Whitehawks' form, it's suffering a little bit ever since that 2-2 draw with us. They've been on a rocky road. Michael Caine is their captain, for those that watch the Espalion job. That's good fun, isn't it? So let's get to this first game then. Tonbridge it is, and let's run you through the team. So there's been a change around since we last played. A lot of people mentioned it before, and I tend to agree as well that our midfield has been getting overrun an awful lot. For the game against Braintree, I played this system with the 3 in the midfield, and it works quite well. It gives Clark Slocum and Hemmings the chance to get forward, as well as protect the guys behind them. And Danan up front of this season, he's been our star striker. Charlie Peel scored an awful lot of goals, 18, but yeah, Liam Danan has been our key man, so he keeps his spot up top through the middle. And the defence have got to perform tonight. We'll just change Heaven's role a little bit. Cox at the back then with Heaven, Togwell and Willowson. Hallett will be in goal. Squires, Douglas and Hallahan in the centre. And the front 3. Now the front 3, it's crunch time, folks. It's whether we get into the playoffs or we don't. Here we go. I've had episodes like this before when it's just not happened and it's just crumbled away. So will today be a crumble or will it be a trifle or a triumph? Similar words. Come on then, here we go now. This is the moment. This is the moment. As Football Manager says, all the songs were sad, apart from the happy ones like Happy Birthday, and there's others that are equally. Not all songs are sad. Until I came to love you. Da 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 da. You've all turned it off by now, haven't you? Okay, they're playing a 4-4-2. We're playing similar to a 4-4-2. It's a 4-5-1. So just take one away from the top, put it in the middle. You got it. Passionately saying we're underdogs, and that suits us down to the ground. Let's go out there and cause an upset. They love that. We're not. We're above them in the league. But I think there's some tough games for us this season, and you can see there. Then that is it's. I've made it a top 7. It could well be more than that. We'll include down to 8 because it's all got a little bit tight at the top. You can see any of I'd say 7 teams. I think Enfield have probably confirmed their spot without doing anything. We've gone to 4th scenes. Okay, well, 4th position will get us into the playoffs. Of course, if that happens, then that's set to be very exciting. We've packed the middle, and they're playing 2 in the middle, of course, and that should maybe, potentially at least, be to our advantage as the ball out from the back is tricky, and then the 3 in midfield working together, gelling nicely. Hopefully that's a theme we see throughout now as it goes out to Clark Slocum, who's now got a little bit more licence to do as he pleases. And our midfield 3, knocking it around relatively nicely, so we almost gave it away. Hemmings, though, on this left-hand side, can he get a ball into the middle? Not this time, and it could actually be a chance for Tonbridge as well. They've got a player called Bridge, of course they have, and he fires it against the keeper, and it goes over. It's a corner, so see you for the next highlight. Now, the next highlight is about 20 minutes in. It's a Hallett kick that isn't the best, but the loose ball does find its way to Hallahan, and now Douglas, who's now got himself in the centre of the team, and it's all working around him as that header is actually quite good. and it allows them to maybe clear this with gusto, and they do. They launch it up towards Walker, whose first touch is very good, takes his man on, and Hallett, though, does well in goal and holds onto the ball. Now, playing a standard flexible style, it's not too dissimilar from when we play the 4-4-2. Of course, we've just got one striker. Right there was Liam Danan. Well, that's the first shot we've had, and it wasn't bad. It kind of came out of nothing, though, which is not ideal. We want to be building play a little more. It's Clark Slocum now. If you can find the ball out to that right-hand side, well, Clark Slocum's going to get this back as he runs into that position. Ball played across. It's knocked back. Are we going to get on this? Maybe we are. Hallahan picks up the loose ball, finds Douglas. Squires now, and can we get a shooting opportunity? Douglas finds the bottom corner, and Andy Douglas with the goal. It's Thames 1, Tonbridge 0. To win this first game, I'll tell you what, now that would put the cat amongst the pigeons, or the Thames amongst the playoffs, which I think is the more common phrase in world football. Douglas with a nice combining move into Squires, gets it back, first time ball from Hemmings, and a great finish from Douglas. We've rarely seen him in a Thames shirt, but he's picking up now. That's what I'm celebrating wildly on the far side there. I was giving it all that. I mean, that's what I do on a regular basis. Okay, come on then. 1-0 to the good as we get ever closer to half time, keeping things as they are, keeping calm, keeping casual. So we like, look, what would the Corinthian casuals do in this situation? They'd probably be up automatically. And of course, the higher up we finish, in theory, the easier game we get in the playoffs. So I'm saying it like I'm in the playoffs. There's 45 minutes left as we get to half time, though. I'm going to tell the team they've done well so far. Assertively say, pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. They love that. Come on, boys. This is just 1 of 3, though. We're not even at 33%. We're more like at sort of 16% of this so far, which is not what we want. We want to be at the end of this in the playoffs. We've scored 87 goals this season and conceded 67. I think that's what the 67 conceded. Look, next year, whether we go up or not, the defence needs a complete rework. Togwell's probably going to be the only survivor, no matter what happens. Everyone else is at serious risk. Right, they've made all 3 changes. We're in 70 minutes now as Liam Danan is found by Brett Squires, and Danan's got a lot of work to do from there, to be fair. And Livesey puts it behind for a corner, which is a shame. But we'll watch it. We'll humour ourselves. Ball cleared by John, fired back in, and nothing happened. They're actually countering from this. Bridge, Phillips. Is this the thing that's happening? Okay, well wide. Not long left to go. There's a temptation to make a change. Andy Douglas. Now, this is the conundrum, viewers. I don't know what you do at home. It's a difficult situation. He's on a booking. He's scored a goal. He's on an 8.3, but he's suffering for fitness. Now, in recent games, and I did this in the last game, I took him out and I put in, who was it? Harris, to play him behind. Now, Harris isn't as fit as he needs to be potentially. So what do you do? I think I'm gonna risk it and just keep him in there and hope it goes well. We'll make a change up top. We'll bring Michael Smith on as the target man. Hopefully he can link things together. If that's the sort of change that bins this off, I'll be furious. I should potentially here go defensive and shut this door down, but we're gonna just stick with what we've got. I've made too many changes in the past, and it's bit me. And with 30 seconds to go, it seems as if it was the right decision. It seems as if it was that was terrifying, but it looks as if we're going to win this 1-0. And calm and breathe and calm as Hallett clears it forward. It should be 1 win from 1, and it is. Tonbridge 0, Thames 1, and massive away win. And an away win, wow, that doesn't happen very often. We'll take it all the way to the Mother Hubbard Bank, though, and that actually, I think, puts us in 4th position. People have written us off today, and you've proved them wrong. Well done on your result. I think that's aimed at a few people who leave comments. People have written us off. Yeah, that's right. Most of the comments. Actually, no, I think there's been a bit of a swell of support recently. If you are supportive of the project, then by all means, let me know. Please let me know. I mean, let's even the comments out. Right then, Hendon coming up, that mob, and we'll see how we get on. Hendon and Harrow. I'm getting flashbacks. This is horrible. No, come on. And there we are then. Thames 2, Harrow 3. Fuck. What's your reaction to being linked with a high-profile job at Aldershot? I have nothing to say about it. Aldershot? No one's spoken to me about it. The Thames board is delighted that I've turned down any interest in the Aldershot job. Wasn't even... Yay! That's the easiest bit of press coverage I'm ever going to receive. What do you think about the link with the Aldershot job? Not interested. You didn't even know it existed. The board are loving that. Good. Okay, folks, welcome back. Second game. Hendon. We know what happened last time. It's Hallett in goal then. Cox, Heaven, Togwell and Widdowson. The 3 in the middle. This is a piece of brilliance going on right here. Squires, Douglas and Hallahan. Basically, we lost O'Connor, and it was, what man is going to replace him? We can't do it with one. We'll use 2 players. That's how we've attacked it from now on. Hemmings on that left-hand side. Clark Slocum on the right. Both players playing very well this year, actually. And Danan up top through the middle. He didn't score in the last game. Don't worry about it. There's another day, another game. We're working it into the box. We're closing down a little bit more. We're harassing teams in the middle. That's the plan. They've got 3 in there. We've got our 3 in there. It's whose 3 is better. They've got Mason, Watkins, Clark at the back. Now, why does that name feel familiar? Did I have him at Salford? Maybe. Someone will remember. That one person that remembers, can you leave a comment? Okay, we're going for an assertive, I have faith in you. Go out there and do the business. They've all loved it. Okay, there's a tunnel press conference. We don't get these very often, and I might as well do it. I'm on 5%. Your Thames sides will confirm a spot in the playoffs with a win here. Are you confident of seeing it through? Yes. I think that was a yes. So he's right, actually. If we win this game, then we're in there. It's done. And the final game actually matters very little, which will be lovely. Oh, but we're Thames, so... that's not. I've essentially resigned myself to losing this game, viewers. So we're 15 minutes in it, 0-0. Right, first highlight of the game. We'll see what occurs. They've got a bit of an injury there to one of their players. Douglas intercepts, and our Hemmings, he's also has it taken off him. Are we going to nab it back? Maybe counter attack through ball. Well, the ball finds its way all the way through to Hallett, and we'll have to see what goes down. We're at home, and our home form, as we saw at the start of the episode, is very good. So if we continue that good home form today, that could well be perfect. As Douglas gets on it, finds Liam Dunan, who surely is taken down illegally. Winter Coles now goes forward, takes it back to Hackett, and they continue to work it quite nicely. Hendon are a dangerous side, but we've got the ball back in our possession, and a through ball could be the offering. Oh, Watkins Clark, he's made an error. Liam Dunan, he strides through and finishes the one-on-one. Liam Dunan with the opening goal of the game, nearly 20 minutes on the clock, and it's Thames 1, Hendon 0. The perfect start. You can see here the ball finds its way to Hemmings. I mean, we mentioned him a moment ago. Did he play for Salford? I mean, with defending like that, it's very possible. Dunan drives through, and the finish is perfect. Great stuff into the back of the net, and it gives us that 1-0 lead, the vital 1-0 lead. Of course, viewers, we know that winning this, and it's done. We're in those playoffs. Clark Slocum, first time I've seen him in action in this game, and him and Cox combine, and questionable bit of play there as Squires finds Hemmings, who is dangerous out on that left-hand side. He's got the support of his full-back, but goes back inside to Hallahan. You can see the way we're keeping the ball now is much better. Those 3 bodies in the middle causing problems. Clark Slocum, can he deliver? He can. Liam Dunan gets it in. Dunan. It's been a while, but I'll bring it back. Liam Dunan with a goal. 20, now it's 22 minutes on the clock. A quick double from him, and Thames find themselves in dreamland. Liam Dunan back to the ball, back to goal even. Clark Slocum draws the ball in, and an easy finish from Liam Dunan, who he's blossomed into a beautiful butterfly. And that's a weird analogy, but we all know what I mean. He was never a caterpillar. Just clarifying that for anyone that's wondering. People watching this going, Liam Dunan we never even knew. It's a throw-in deep on that side. We've lofted in. It wasn't lofted in. It was thrown quite directly. And Squires, he's just lost out, and it could be a chance for them. I hope that guy with the tricky name doesn't score. Shelton instead puts it in. And it's 2-1. I hope the guy with the tricky name doesn't score. Brilliant. 2-1. This isn't over just yet, of course. I think were we 2-0 against them last time? And then this is what happened. I mean, it's deflected in as well. It's unlucky, really. Comes off Hallahan. There's nothing he can do about it. And Shelton just runs aimlessly past the ball. Oh, they've got another chance here. Is this serious now? Shelton to Hackett. Win it back, please. Oh, my word. Liam Dunan, you got a quick double as we get to half-time. I mean, it's a solid performance so far. We're in the lead. We know what our lead's capable of doing for us. It gives us that promotion. Things are going well. You're capable even better. They like that. I mean, that's a fair comment as well. Very happy with the solid defensive work. Midfield, I'm pleased with your playmaking efforts. And Liam Dunan, you're already delighted. I'm not going to ruin it. Okay, second half. This has been a very successful time so far. 78 points will be our total if we can carry on. It's looking good as well. Lower stuff's on 71. I mean, the gap there is massive, but we know a defeat here, and it is all changed very, very quickly as we go to another highlight. The ball is launched forward and headed back, and Winter Coles does pick that up. Now, we can't be sleeping now. We've got a lead. It's not over yet. Come and get the ball, please. Please. Oh, for God's sake, they've scored again. Oh, why does this happen? Why? Winter Coles with it. I mean, it's a very easy ball forward, and I think that's the problem I've got. McGovern lofts it through the centre, and I mean, Hallett's it's not his best work. We'll say that. I've not seen his best work. He's played about 20 games this season. Eventually, he'll do some best work. Now, do we make a change to the system? When struggling, what I like to tend to do then is Harris is going to come on, I think, for Douglas in the centre. He's a little bit more defensive-minded. Hallahan and and Squires are decent in there, we're going to bring him on. Shadow striker, getting right in behind Denan and just trying to apply a little bit more pressure. They've got quite a defensive 3 in there. We've gone for a more offensive 3 now. 76 points though. It's almost a guarantee actually on 76. The goal difference is very good, but it does mean if they score here, that is not the case. They've hit the post. So mathematically, it's not confirmed. I mean, do we hold out? Do we go for it? I feel like I'm just going to stay in this neutral position where we've conceded 2 goals in X amount of minutes. As the ball comes across, it deflects so fortunately. Hackett, not like this, not again, over the bar, not again. We're going defensive, Benny boy. Shut the door, mate. Shut the door. Oh, pause the game. Oh, bloody. Look, I've decided to stick with it. Oh, Hallahan. Time's nearly run out. That's basically my entire decision. Hallahan, just hold on to it, mate. Ball goes forward. It's not mathematically confirmed. It is looking very good. I think then, with that, as I say, I think the playoffs are all but done. I'm not happy with the performance. That would be a lie. Let's change that around. Assertively say you were unlucky today, which is not true, but they didn't mind it. You've got to try and keep morale high with these boys. So Harrow coming up. The situation is peculiar. Clark Slocum and Jack Hallahan have played 51 and 52 games this season. I mean, that is a round of applause moment. They're going to play a 53rd as well. And 52nd. Right then, it's almost game time. It's tomorrow. I'm just going to quickly check though what the rules are and what is dictated on. I assume so. It's points, goal difference, goals scored, and then results between teams. So goal difference is the big thing. I think if we take a look at the table, I think we're good then. So goal difference wise, we're on 76. The team's on 73. It's pretty unlikely that there needs to be a good 8-goal swing. I don't want that to happen. Southgate has announced the England squad. For the European Championship. I don't know if we've got any boys in it. The best bit is Gareth Southgate is still England manager in 2024, so I quite like it. Watford are providing the midfield duo, and Raheem Sterling plays for Barcelona. Right. Stone's still at City, Oxford still at West Ham, Eric Dyer still at Spurs, Harry Kane is at Manchester United with Dele Alli. There's some weird things that have gone on in this save. United's team is funny, but you're not going to see it. If you want me to do an extra video where I go through like a world football, I'll do an extra video if you want. Okay, Harrow today then, and we know anything but the worst collapse in Football Manager history on YouTube, and we should be fine. We're going to stick with this formation. Every player's getting used to it. Work ball into box, close down more, seems to be working well. A couple of silly goals conceded last time out. Maybe the one change we can make is we drop the defence slightly deeper, but not right now. We'll just continue as we are. There's maybe a way to balance the midfield slightly better, but I actually quite like the way it's sort of slanted the defensive, because then you have Brett Squires supporting Hemmings, and he's sort of the player that gets to go forward with the other two sit back a little more. They're playing a 4-1-4-1 then. They've got nothing to play for really, so they should not be caring about this. Let's avenge what happened last time. It was a 3-2 defeat. It's the perfect thing to say. Your Thames side can book a spot in the playoffs here. We've done this before. We'll say the same thing. It went so well last time. You come into this game in good form whilst your opponents do not. Do you perhaps fear complacency ahead of kickoff? No. This could be the last time we see Brett Squires and Michael Smith in a Thames shirt. Do you have any special plans to give them an appropriate send-off? What? No comment. If this will not be their last game. I don't think it will be. Okay, then the games are underway here. It's Harrow at home to Thames, and just don't look. If Needham Market win 12-0. I'll give it to them. So far, though, so good. We can finish as high as third, but as things stand, we'll be playing Whitehawk. I think there was a draw, but then it seems to always draw you against the team that are corresponding. So, like, I think it's, what is it, second play fifth, third be fourth, that sort of thing. First chance of the game, though, 25 minutes in. Oh, good. I'm not even going to look at this goal. It's a good save. I realise now this is in the way a little bit. We'll just make the pitch a bit smaller. It's not my pitch. I have to change it every single game. It's annoying. If we get to half-time at 0-0, I mean, we are doing nothing in this game. Not even a little bit. I'm going to go attacking, actually, which might seem bold, but with 10 minutes, I want us to have a bit of like standing in the game. I don't want it to be completely comfortable for Harrow, which it has been so far. Hallahan's got an injury. I don't have any other central midfielders because they've all left. O'Connor went to Swansea. Brandon Howard decided he wanted to do other things. I mean, Harris comes on and we switch to the 4-2-3-1. I don't love it, but it's our best option right now. Harris to play on the support duty as well, so he'll be part of the midfield three. There's still that three in the middle that can combine and connect. As we get to half time, it's still 0-0. That injury's not good. Hopefully it's not a big injury. He's a very pivotal player for us, as we all know. Literally our best player, so don't be injured badly. Like the boys we're playing in the top half of the table, we need a player like Hallahan to be in there. I know it's there, by the way. We've scored 89 goals. I mentioned this earlier. What I didn't really note, though, is that it's the second highest amount in the league by quite a distance, actually. Something we can be very proud of. Well done, everyone. What is the injury to Hallahan? It's a head injury. That's actually not the worst thing. Head injuries can be bandaged up, so he might be all right. If it was like a muscle injury, then I'd be a lot more concerned, but that's not bad news. Now, of course, a draw keeps us safely in the playoffs, no harm done, and so far it's 0-0, but there is a highlight, maybe developing in the deeper areas of their midfield. Perhaps it goes all the way back to their goalkeeper, who launches it forward, and Hassel doesn't get on the ball as he would like. And now Harris finds Denan, and we might be able to get ourselves a win. It'd be nice to finish the season with a win, and the good form that we could take going into the playoffs would be fantastic. Hemmings on that side, whip a ball into the middle, my man, please. There it is. Anyone there? Nobody there. Squires will gather it instead. There's not been much action until now, so this is something to stay with. As Liam Denan goes forward, and a good save by Wilding. You can see Whitehawk on 77. If we win here, we'll go up into third place, which I think, as an achievement in itself, would be something to mark, as Hemmings gets a shot away, and again, it's cleared. You can see how tight it is, though. Need a mark it in 9th on 73. I mean, this was not an easy couple of games. As Brett Squires, it's eventually cleared. I think that's going to be the end of that. It is. Now, Nibs is in... He's quite an isolated figure up there on his own, it has to be said. But if they can work the ball to him, we could be... I mean, if we give them the ball that easily, I think we're fine. It's just not nice, is it? A defensive error at the back. I guess we'll go more counter-attacking. I was trying to put a bit more pressure on it. It's not really worked. We'll bring Peel on for Denan, who's got the pace in the back to cause problems. And then we'll just see. About 5 minutes to go. It's not nervy because we're safely in there, but it's not great. Daniels plays it down. Hemmings again gets away with it, though. And now Peel. We're trying to play this ball over the top to Peel. It's not really working out. And they're coming back at us every time. Daniels into Nibs again. Win that back. No. Back out to Daniels. But good defensive work from Douglas. And now Peel's there. If Peel can turn, Squires will pick it up on that side. If he can find a through ball, he goes out wide to Hemmings, who finds Douglas in the centre. Douglas. Oh, he's at the bar, I think. Oh, a great move, though. I mean, it's not a complete disaster. First half, we were very quiet. It looks as if, with 45 seconds to go, that will be that. And regardless, we're going to be in 4th position, which, again, I said it, 3rd would be a good spot. 4th is much improved on last season, so we'll take it. I'm not sure how many points we had last year, though. There's about 20 seconds left. I think it's going to be a 1-0 defeat. I've never been less bothered than right now. Thank God we got the job done in those first 2 games, I guess. I mean, we didn't look scintillating in either, and we scraped through a little bit, but there we are. Harrow 1, Thames 0. We don't do it comfortably, because it's, you've seen it. You've seen us do this before. But I passionately say, putting the result aside, it was a pleasing performance. Is not true. Like I said, I'm not happy with the performance. You can't do that again in the playoffs. It just can't happen. But this then should confirm it, and things are exciting. Okay, then there we are. Thames and Leiston confirm their spots in the playoffs, and it's concussion. Are you serious? I mean, that's literally the worst that he could have got for a head injury. Or not the worst, he could have like a fractured skull, but in terms of where that puts us, he's out. He's out of the last 2 games. He's out of the last... Oh, my God. Well, that is annoying. The draw then to be made, I don't know if it's just to do with like home ties or away ties. I think they're all done at neutral venues. But as suggested, we will play Whitehawk. We will play against Michael Caine, who is okay at this level, I guess. Can we just buy him outright? Is that a possibility? He's on 400 pound a week, forget it. But there we are then. We'll play Whitehawk. If you'd like it tomorrow, I'm going to upload again. If you want it, then we'll hit 2,000 likes and it'll be there for you. If not, it'll be out soonish. Right then, that's going to bring us to the end today then. It's the semi-final. What we'll do actually is we'll do the semi-final and the final if we get there together, I think. Oh, that's bold. Okay, we'll try and do that. If we get there, of course. If not, another year in the Boss League Premier Division. And I'll see you again soon. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. I'm in love with Kev. Until next time. Goodbye. And Ian C, thank you for supporting over on Patreon, as well as Lugutrix, which is a lovely little name. And I will see you folks tomorrow. 2,000 likes, and we'll have some playoffs.